Sometimes in life, there are things that are incredibly important, but incredibly boring. Ta-da! Performance standards. Woohoo! Okay, I'm not going to talk you through all of this, I promise. I just want to point various things out to you, because this is how you're going to be marked. You're not going to be marked on the amount of chocolate you bring in for your teacher, or whether you think that they like you or not. This is how you're going to be marked. So you can see it's divided up into folio in blue, outcome here in red, evaluation here in yellow. And you'll see these colours, P for planning, D for development, S for synthesis, E for evaluation, on each step, so that you know kind of what to look for. And not only are you given the fact that this is a planning performance standard that you're aiming for, you're given P1, P2, D1, D2, etc., etc. So let me just talk you through the folio stuff this time. Now, just in case any of you are worried, everybody can get a C. Believe me, honestly, as long as you do a certain amount of work, you can get a C. I would imagine that many of you are heading a bit higher than that. Some of you are heading for the very top, because you know that it counts for your ATAR. You know that your research project mark can make actually a pretty big difference for your ATAR. So we do all we can to get you there. Let's have a look at some of the words right at the very top level. We're looking at words like thorough. Can you see here? Thorough consideration, thorough refinement of a research question. You'll deal with all of these things later, all right, don't worry. Thorough planning, thorough, is that word again? Thorough. It means detailed, basically. It means detailed. Another word that you need to look out for is resourceful. This is a word that essentially means that you are actually being really proactive about your research, that you are driving your research, that you are going out there and working out the best ways to develop your research. Here's another word, in-depth. I mean, I suppose, what does that mean? Basically means detailed, doesn't it? This D2 is really important. You know, you really need to analyze the information you're receiving. You really need to show your exploration of ideas. It's probably the most important of the performance standards. And this one, highly effective, quite top level development of knowledge and skills. So all of these things will be clear to you as you go through, hopefully, but you can come back to this document. It'll be on this step 3 for you. You might want to print it off. It's up to you. And just remember, each performance standard is there on each step, so that you should know exactly what you're attempting to achieve.